So internally, we've always referred to this section of the game as the walk and talk. And it actually wasn't the
What did you mean
original
back there,
opening
Meg?
for the game.
About
We
how
had
you
a
found it?
completely different idea for the opening to be more of a training mission where you're
something I should know
infiltrating your own company
this
as part of a
place about
security
Sarah.
test. But there was a lot
I
of
remember that.
a lot of discussions among the team, and a lot of people didn't think we could pull that one off. And ultimately, we ended up kind of taking a new direction on it and working in this kind of vein.
And it became the walk and talk, and actually was a nice way to have a good show don't tell moment, establishing the world and the characters.
And
right off the bat.
exactly. And at first I was, because I really liked the original idea, so I wasn't really keen for the direction. But then as I started working on the script, I really did kind of start to like how it shows off the world. But I remember the first draft of the script, I think it was Joe who pointed out that we were putting a lot of technobabble in there, and it sounded
like
much more Star
It sounded like
Trek.
it was. Yeah, it sounded like it was like a big spaceship that they were running. You know.
So we had to kind of go through extra passes to fix that and to
And
lengthen it.
Here to the right, it's cool. Like we have one of
Except
our
most
artists
clients
with
in
he wanted
DoD.
to have an homage to the $6 Million Man, which was really cool and showing off that we're not that young.
That
So-
girl is such a bitch there, man, stuff she said.
Well, we had to establish all their characters right off the bat as fast as we could. As fast
And
as
it
we
was
could.
another nice addition about having the VersaLife logo. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes, and the arm. I remember a lot of discussions about this arm because it plays a very important part later in the game, and we really needed to
show
showcase it. And
that's why he has one sleeve and on the other side
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have anything.
And I remember also with the artist thinking about what the arm should look like because it
Right.
needed to be recognizable
Absolutely.
for when Tong would have it, but at the same time we didn't want it to be like, I don't know, just like purple or something, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It needed a subtlety and at the same time something
Yeah.
that you would remember.
That's true. And that scene, like with the Claymore explosion,
Yeah, that's a
it
cool
took
part.
it's really cool. But it took so long before it worked. Like the dolls were always staying in the air or not moving or just falling on the ground. It takes time.
yeah.
Pleasures
And
of physics.
if I remember correctly, they're
Just
going to
love
get into the
having all those
elevator
things.
now, and there was, I think, a lot of technical issues first of all with the elevator. But one of the things that we also wanted to do was we wanted to kind of focus as they get into the elevator. You'll see suddenly we get the camera shot, and we kind of wanted to have this theme running through the game that this is Eliza who is controlling the cameras and watching Jensen all the way from the start.
Spying
And spying on you. So here, this was a good moment, and my one regret was it was such a great idea, and I think the cinematic director brought it up,
Yeah.
but then just unfortunately never carried it through with many of the rest of it.
How far you
Yeah,
going?
it was a very good idea that
we ended up not really carrying through. Well, you know, we got so
When
much
you've got
to
a
do.
project this big, yeah.
now
it's
they
hard
talk
to
about
do
the
it.
dog, right? The famous
Oh, that's
dog,
right. The dog. The dog was Adam's dog. Yes, that was something when we were working on one of our earliest demos of the game, and we had to fill the world. One of the scriptwriters said we should have this email about Adam's dog, and it should be dead. And I was, at first my reaction to that was, oh, that's terrible. But as long as it's not a cat, it's okay. and
Dogs are fine.
and
They
then
can
we
die.
were able to take that and carry it through much more.
Now we get one of our favorite characters.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. And
Right,
this
for
here,
sure.
like, what is really cool is that just like a real guy, he just looked very, not too subtly,
Fix that
to
firewall
Megan's
yet?
ass. And like,
Quick
with-
glance at her butt.
Exactly. And I think
fact
it
that
adds
he- yeah.
authenticity to
Yeah,
Well,
the
it
fact that he
defi-
also did it in front of her ex-boyfriend.
It
and
definitely
everything.
tells you a lot about the character right off the top. Like he hasn't even spoken a word yet, and just
Swabs.
that action
And you'd
speaks
be
volumes as to his relationship
Sorry
with,
for
with
us to see
Adam.
you.
Yeah.
It's Andreas.
Yes.
Andreas Asperges.
Yes.
Asparagus did,
Yeah.
and actually it was quite fun because I think from a writing perspective we really wanted Pritchard to be this dick, and Andreas was so good. He'd come in and he would do this, and after every take he would finish it and go, God, I hate that guy.
And now we hear the
UNATCO theme.
The UNATCO
Yeah,
theme.
I really thought when I heard what Mike had done, there was a chance right there to kind of bring a little homage to the UNATCO theme, and we felt like this was sort of our new UNATCO, and we wanted to just give a little nod to it, and I found it was a great way to showcase into the beautiful room that John and his team designed
Yeah,
here.
yeah, no, and it worked really well because we just
Yes, sir.
past that point now. But when
Police
we first walk into the corridor that leads into
Protection
David's
Services takes
office is really one of my favorite parts of the game. Just the way you crescendo with the music at that point, and this is one of my favorite rooms in the game as well. And just everything just culminates together, and it's just
Yeah,
like
it's very emotional.
it's so emotional.
It's really strong.
Yeah. I think for the story, but also for what we try to put together as a team, it's all there, and I think it's very emotional for us as well, just as a in relation to the project, you know.
Right, absolutely.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find. Athena, get someone to shut off the damn racket.
Yes, sir.